Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pipser for another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's Thursday, May 27, 2010. I apologize for the no update yesterday. I just glancing at it, it did look like there were a few losses there. So don't feel bad if you did take a loss. That looked about right. I think it was about 2 or 3 losses. I didn't get a chance to trade yesterday because I had things going on, but if you did trade, don't be disheartened. Remember, there's more wins than there are losses, even though there were a few losses yesterday. In the long run, if you trade this system correctly, trust me, you will be profitable in the long run. So don't feel down if you lost trades. If anything, you should feel good knowing that you traded the system correctly. Anyways, I just want to get right into it because I have a lot of stuff to cover. I'm going to address a bunch of comments that were left on last post on Tuesday. I'm just going to go through them kind of quickly here. Matrix wants to know if I have statistics about key reversals. Not sure what you mean by that. So if you could clarify that question, or if I'm just being dumb, somebody else could clarify that for me and I'll try to answer that. Next question from Pip Tarts wants to know why in that trade I didn't get out as soon as there was a new candle to the upside. Well, if that was the case, if any system, if you traded right when a candle went to the exact upside, then you would be being taken out of a lot of trades. There's a balance in trading. It's finding that balance between an indication of when to know to get out and a balance of not getting taken out every time the market blips on you. As far as the rules to the system, there is no rule saying that you need to get up when there's a crossover to the other side. Now, in this case, I'm just looking at the chart from yesterday. So we did have a crossover. The next candle is a crossover to the upside. There's no rule saying that you need to get out. As long as you have a valid entry, then you're fine. Don't let that crossover back to the upside fool you, because I know this one was a loss, but imagine we have that cross up on that candle, but then it could be very likely just as well that the next candle could shoot back down, and then we have a huge winner on that. So there is no exact rule regarding that. And again, if you try to get out too early to save you pips, then it can be actually bad for you, because you'll be getting in and out of trades and it'll be hurting you in the long run. So it's true, sometimes we have that urge to, well, okay, there's a crossover to the upside, or there's something that looks like we should have exited, but fight that urge, because more often than not you're just going to be causing yourself a lot of stress. Sometimes the market will go against you in the beginning, only for you to get your profit a little later. Sometimes you'll get your target right away. So the point is, I guess, is just don't try to catch every little first indication, because it's impossible. If you try to do that, you're going to get a headache, and you will end up losing pips in the long run. So I hope that helps. And again, the system has no rules regarding that. So again, if you see a valid signal, if it's in the correct direction of the trend, then be confident in that and just let your trade ride, unless of course a news event is coming out or it goes past noon, which are the only 2 exceptions so far. All right, so next ones. Let's see. Okay, Dan Invest just wants to comment that he saw the same things. That's great. That's the point of this blog. Jabba wants to know about how to calculate your money management. I say, yeah, only have at max for me 2% open on all of my positions. So if I'm trading other systems, or I have other trades open, then a total of all my open positions should be no greater than 2% of my total account. So what you need to do is basically find out, look at your 2% or whatever of your total account, and then what you do is you calculate how much money that would be. Basically, brokers are all different, so I can't tell you what kind of lot or whatever to trade, but you should get it so where the maximum dollar amount you could lose is no greater than 2% of your total account. So if you have $3,000, let's just do that real quick. So 3,000 times 0.02, so $60. So on any trade, or on any of all your positions, you should be risking no more than $60. So however you calculate that with your lots or with your unit sizes, make sure that you're not going to lose more than that amount, and that will keep you safe. All right, and Chili's kind of helps you out there, so I hope that helps. Okay, let's see. Pace Walk wants to know how a moving average crossover is confirmed. It is true. It's confirmed when the candle closes. However, during the candle, you can see it, usually, about to make a cross. It might or might not. So when it's crossing during the candle, keep your eye out on it. And then at the close of the candle, if it does stay crossed, then you have a good candle. If not, then wait for the next one. So you do have to wait for the cross or the candle to close to confirm the cross. Donkey Donut wants to know about 4-hour charts and 3-hour charts. I would recommend using a charting program. It doesn't have to be Xstick, but a charting program that does have a 4-hour chart, because 3-hour charts are going to give you a lot different data, and I can't really vouch for it. 4 hours is a good time. 4 hours and 15 minutes. I would have to strongly encourage those time frames and not really stray from that. People have tried other time frames and that'll work, but for this system, as far as the rules and what's been tested, 4-hour and 15-minute charts are what works best. Okay, I'm going to zoom through this today real quick. I will say that as we're going on, I'm in a trade right now, and we'll talk about that a little later, but let's look at our 4-hour chart and look at our trend. Okay, so I'm moving this back to before midnight. Our most recent trend change candle was yesterday as for an uptrend, and at the start of our day there were no new trend change candles, therefore our trend is up. We're only looking for long trades at this point, and if I move through today's action, you can see a lot of bullish movement, and the trend remained up. There were no new trend change candles during our trading session, therefore the trend is up the entire day, and we're only looking for long trades. So now I'm going to go to my 15-minute chart, and I'm going to move this back to before midnight. Before I start though, I'm going to take a look at my news events. So you can go to babypips.com, click on this tools tab. It's going to automatically bring up the news events for the day, and really what we're looking for in this currency column is anything that says USD or GBP, because that's what we're looking for. So if I go down, we have this thing at USD 240. It's not really important, and these flags will help you. Orange is moderate, red is strong, so you can watch for that. Distributive trades aren't that big of a deal. I don't really count that really, but 830 right here we have GDP. That is significant for the US, so I'm going to mark that down. And really that's the only news event today that's kind of noteworthy. So 830 was the only time that I'm writing down, and you should do the same thing, or you can set an alert. But 830 was the time that I didn't want to be in the market because of the GDP coming out for the US. Okay, so now that I have my news events handy, I know I'm only looking for long trades, I can begin my day. So I'm going to move my chart forward one candle at a time and give you my thought process along the way. Again, the goal is to get you to start thinking the way that I think when it comes to trading the system. That way you know you're trading it correctly. And once you do that, then you can trust in the system stats and know that it will be profitable for you in the long run. Oh, I think I might have skipped a question regarding trade stats. If you need trade stats, reward to risk ratio, I know people ask about that all the time. And I'll address that probably in another video because I don't have time, but I'll get to that some other time. So moving forward here, I have a crossover. This is at 5. RSI is above 50. Stochastic's trending up. MACD is positive and losing value. Negative and gaining value. So this is a valid entry. You want to enter at the close of the candle at 45.26. Stop will be at the most recent swing low, 44.48, and your target will be at the nearest 50 or 0 level at 45.50. And you can see that our target was hit at 5:30. It made a clean break, so I'm going to move my stop to 45.50 and set my next target for 4600. You can see, unfortunately, I get stopped out on the very next candle. And I know I'm going through this kind of fast, but I'm running out of time. So I'm just zooming forward. And again, we're still only looking for long trades. Here we get another crossover at 11:15. RSI is above 50. Stochastic's trending up. MACD has gone from negative to positive. Another valid entry. Entries at 45.03. Stop will be at the most recent swing low, 44.08, and the nearest 50 or 0 level is at 45.50. And again, I'm going into this knowing that if my trades pass noon, then I'm just going to exit at my discretion. And so here we are right now. So we have a clean break, as you can see. So I'm moving my stop as we speak to 45.50, and I'm going to set my next target for 4600. And I'll just see how that goes, okay? And I'll keep you updated on what happens tomorrow. But that's pretty much it for today's update. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll try to answer them as best as possible. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next update. Cowabunga, dude.